So a while ago, I did a video discussing how Perona's ghosts wouldn't work on certain characters like they don't work on Usopp because these characters are already very depressed as it is. Here are some more characters that the fruit wouldn't only not work on, but have very interesting interactions with the fruit. The first one being Nico Robin. Robin has a gag in which she already points out how morbid things can get, so most likely she wouldn't be affected by the power of the Hollow Hollow fruit, which is a shame because technically the Hollow Hollow fruit is the arch enemy of the Flower fruit because the powers of the Flower fruit allow you to bloom any body part on any surface, right? And anything that happens to said body part is transferred to the main body. This goes for devil fruit effects as well, because in Dressrosa, we see when Robin is attacking Sugar, Sugar gets a hand free and manages to touch one of Robin's limbs. The effect of the Hobby fruit belonging to Sugar then is transferred from the limb sprouted on her to the main body of Robin, and therefore Robin becomes a toy. The same thing would most likely happen with the Hollow fruit. If the Hollow fruit went through one of Robin's limbs that she's grown on an individual or on a surface, nothing would happen because Robin apparently or presumably is already always depressed or has a dark personality. The other person of whom this wouldn't work on would be Brooke, the person that Perona shares an arc with, because Brooke has had everything taken away from him, so life can't get much worse than what it already is for him, and he tries to see the bright side of things. Therefore, I don't think after seeing the depths of horror can one be felled by some funny ghosts passing through them. Another thing that's an interesting thing to consider is that if Perona does join Crossskill, the Straw Hats and Crossskill would both have very ghostly people on their side, because what's funny about Brooke is that he basically turns into Perona post time skip thanks to the elevated powers of the Revive fruit, because he too can become a ghost. Though unlike Perona, he can't summon like a variety of apparitions to his aid to do his bidding. He can only astral project his soul out of his skeletal body, and then that soul can actually cause cryokinetic effects when it passes through a living body. This is very similar to the ability that Perona's ghosts have. Oddly, when Perona astral projects herself, she cannot do the same things that her ghosts can do, apparently. Even though this was done on Usopp, so she may have this ability now, because she seems to be more powerful now in the post-time skip as opposed to the pre-time skip. But from what we have seen, the astral projected version of herself does not have the same effects as the ghosts that she generates. So that's interesting, but it's also very interesting that we now have potentially two ghostly people on two Yonko crews who have similar abilities. But with that being said, give me your thoughts and tell your friends about Paula P. Works.